the best additions to your bodyweight training, in my opinion. Hi, I'm Jonathan Pritchett with Theology, Geek, Fitness. If you're into bodyweight training, then I'm just going to assume that you have a pull-up bar. I'm going to assume you have some kind of way to do dips. I'm going to assume that you have gym rings. I'm going to assume all of that. If you're into bodyweight training and you're serious about bodyweight training, then I'm going to assume you have that much, or at least access to that much. But what do you add to that? What are the best things to add to that, in my opinion? Well, I think the best thing that you could add to that would be a weighted vest. It doesn't matter what kind of weighted vest, just a way to put weight on your body that's somewhat adjustable will be great addition to your bodyweight training, especially when it comes to progressions. Because if you're like me, you don't necessarily want to do archer push-ups and archer pull-ups and one-arm pull-ups and all that. I mean, they're cool, and you can try to do it, but if you're like me, you still primarily, even though you dabble into that other stuff, want to stick with the basics, but you want to progress beyond just volume. And so weighted calisthenics is a great way to do that, and you can do that with a weight vest. Plus, the weight vest has the added benefit of adding weight to your body weight squats and glute bridges and stuff like that. You can use the weight vest, put it on your lap, and things like that, do hip thrusters. So for the lower body aspect, a weighted vest is going to benefit you greatly in your body weight training for legs, as well as, you know, if it's even somewhat adjustable, you can do progressive overload in your upper body exercises that you do that are body weight. So a weight vest, number one. Number two, and probably a less expensive option and accomplish a lot of the same things, is going to be resistance bands, because you can use resistance bands, number one, to assist you, especially if you are interested in progressions or learning calisthenics skills. Resistance bands are going to help assist you in that. But also, what a lot of people undersell with resistance bands is you can indeed use them to add resistance to pull-ups. You can use them to add resistance to your dips. You can use them to add resistance to your body weight rows. Sure, it takes a little bit of setup to do that, but it can get it done. And so you can do progressions, not only progressions in skill and progressions in more technical ways of doing push-ups and pull-ups and things like that. You can use that to progress overload your body weight exercises, especially when it comes to legs, because most of the exercises that you do with bands like squats and lunges and things like that are adding resistance to what are essentially body weight squats and body weight lunges anyway. So it's the exercises you're already doing, but you can add the band to add resistance and progress and train your legs better without having to invest in weights or anything like that. So for less money than a weight vest, even though I think a weight vest is a better option for the bodyweight people, you can get all of that and resistance and assistance for progressing in progressions of push-ups and pull-ups and things, as well as calisthenic skills. Resistance bands are going to be quite handy. So I say get both. But if I had to choose one or the other, I'd probably go with the weight vest first. But, you know, you give yourself 6 months of training and eating one less combo meal a week, and within 6 months or less, you're going to be able to afford a cheap set of bands just by not eating combo meals once a week. So why not? You shouldn't be eating the combo meals that much anyway. So weight vest, resistance bands would be my number two. And my number three is going to be, surprisingly, those Angles 90 grips. They are by far the most versatile thing that I have found to add to my bodyweight training. And I would just say, well, not just the grips, but the sling trainers, because that can give you a little bit more comfort, and because it'll go with your natural body movements when you're doing push-ups instead of holding onto the static bar when you're doing pull-ups. It might be a nice alternative from rings when you're doing dips. You know, it's a little bit more comfortable when you're doing certain body weight exercises like you would a suspension trainer. You can take the rings off your ring straps and add, you know, get a carabiner and add those Angles 90 grips to that, or get the sling trainer and have a little bit better, I think, more comfortable way of doing suspension trainer exercises than mimicking those exercises on rings alone. And they're great for doing body weight rows, hanging them off the bar, help you do various leveraging with your with that as well. So I would think that, like, I know it's just like a little minor accessory, but it can enhance things and take some stress off of some of the repetitive movements that you do with bodyweight training and spare your joints a little bit more. So that would be another, what I would consider the best addition. I'm glad that I have those things. And I know there's a lot of other options. Kensui has dozens of options now with the swivel and all the various Swissies. Maybe not a dozen, but getting up there, they have a ton of options. But I just think you'd be fine just getting the Angles 90 grips, or, I hate to say it. Sorry, guys. Maybe one of the cheaper knockoffs if they're not on sale for a good price. But those kind of grips, like the Angles 90 grips, I think is a great addition to your bodyweight training. So those grips, weighted vest, resistance bands, those I think are the places to start adding beyond your pull-up bar and your dip bars and your rings. Add in those things, those three things, and that'll get you going in the direction that you want to go and being able to do a lot of different things that are going to be more comfortable in a lot of ways with the grips. It's going to be easier to progress with the weight vest, both upper and lower body exercises, and the resistance bands are going to be able to help you, assist you in being better at your bodyweight training, as well as learning calisthenics skills and the progressions of various bodyweight movements like pull-ups and push-ups. So there you go. Those are, in my opinion, the best additions that you can add to your standard bodyweight gear of pull-up bar and dip bars and parallettes or whatever, rings, whatever you normally have. Those three things I think are the best additions and can carry you a long way without needing anything else. And the order that you should get them would be the weight vest first, the resistance band second, and the grips third. So those are, I talked about them in the order that I think is preference. So they are in a particular order in this video instead of not being in a particular order. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on that. If you liked the video, click the like button. If you didn't like the video, click the dislike button. Don't care either way. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And if you want to support what we're doing here at Theology Geek Fitness, you can do that by becoming a patron at patreon.com/Theology Geek Fitness. $1 gets you into the door. All sorts of workout videos, including bodyweight calisthenics type workouts that, hey, you can follow along with those there. $10 and above patrons get in on the gear giveaway. All the money I get from Patreon gets reinvested in the channel, so I continue to buy products that I can review that you may find helpful in your own training at home or anywhere you like to train. So consider doing that. I'd appreciate it. You can get in on the gear giveaways we have once a quarter. If I don't like something that I bought to review for the channel, or if I do like something but I'm just not going to use it, I give it away to the patrons 4 times a year. So consider that. I appreciate it, just like I appreciate you watching the video. See you in the next one. God bless.